Hello everybody, this is Wallace McFish Sr. and we're back with more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. It's Kraaaaaw, the Tengu summoner of the Shining One, and we are doing not too badly for ourselves. We had a little bit of a rough time in the Abyss. That was probably my worst Abyss experience to date. Well, I have died in the Abyss once or twice actually, so I guess I can't say that. But wow, certainly that was quite the endeavor there, and you know, our own fault for going down into Vault 5 or into Abyss 5. And I say Vault 5 because that's just what I was thinking about right now. I think that maybe we should go down and check out Vault 5 because that's something we've been putting off for a while, and I think we're about ready to handle it now. Our other options would be like going to the tomb, perhaps, is another thing I was thinking of. But that's going to be a whole ordeal, you know. We're going to have to like get ready for that and put together our tomb kit. And, you know, tomb is just an ordeal. So let's not do that right now. I'd rather do Vault 5. It'll be more exciting, a burst of excitement there. And, yeah, so let's do that. We could also go down to Zot, I guess, and clear that out. We may do that at some point. We'll probably do that before tomb, I guess. And then from then on out, it'll be all stuff that the Shining One will appreciate. I mean, the Shining One certainly appreciates clearing out tomb and pan and hell. So let's go and do Vault 5, which is one of the last remaining organic places we've yet to clear out with natural type holiness monsters. So I think we got pretty much everything we need. We got some food, we got the scrolls. Okay, wait, how many scrolls of blinking do I have? 4 scrolls of blinking, that's good, because those can come in handy. I did, as you can see, I was actually searching for immolation scrolls just a second ago, because I might like to get some. 2 scrolls of immolation. I might read one of those. I guess we'll play it by ear. I mean, I'm not quite as capable of handling it as a proper conjurations character would be able to. I mean, I'm mostly planning on just doing a whole bunch of summonings. Haste is down to 17% with the armor. My spellcasting is getting pumped. I mean, that helps, I bet. I bet if I get charms up another level or 2, it could be even castable. Wearing my amulet, good amulet. We'll have to find a staff. We haven't seen any other staffs, right? Can I search for magical staff? Yes. And we have identified all of them, and, well, no staff there yet. Yeah, I think that maybe Vault 5 might have a reasonable chance of finding something as well. You know, finding a Staff of Air, just because, well, it's one of the remaining troves that we've yet to plunder. So let's just go do it, I guess. I mean, it's not like we're going to the Abyss or Pan or anything where we really have to, like, prepare. Because, well, if we forget something, we can just go back. Although Vault 5 is kind of like that because of the Vault Wardens. You know, the Vault Wardens are super duper nasty. Do I have... I don't know. I'm not wearing a Ring of Hunger or anything like that. No, I couldn't imagine. Well, I guess we'll just have to eat something. I was sort of hoping that I might find a monster, like a firefly here. Oh, but no corpse. No luck on the corpse. Alright, let's look at stairs. Stair situation. That one's okay. I mean, this one is just as good as that one, I think. That one's kind of weak because you can get trapped in. So I think that this stairs is pretty good. Yeah, I'll say this is probably about the best stairs that we got. So this is what we're gonna start with, and we're too hungry to go down right now. Let's eat that sliced pizza. Perfect, vegetable pizza. That's delicious. That's some of my favorite kind of pizza. Which sounds pretty lame, but you know, when you're an adult, you appreciate vegetables more than when you're a kid. And you know, I think it's nice to have pizza with a good variety on there. But enough talk about pizza. Let's go down to Vault 5, which is extremely dangerous. I think we should be able to handle it, though, because, I mean, we're level 27 already. We had a crazy time leveling up in the Abyss. So let's see what happens. Plan is... What's the plan? We don't have haste. Is that worth putting on? Maybe, but I really like that amulet. Let's see how we do without haste. I guess we go down and summon a couple of things and see how that goes. Maybe... read, or I would summon Forest maybe. That could be a good choice. So let's go down. Hello everybody. No Vault Wardens right out of the gate, so that's good. Let's cast Forest. Cast Summon Forest. And in fact, we're just going to stare at it. Alright, nothing fancy. Bunch of Vault Guards. Let's see how well we can just tab these guys. Yeah. Cool. I like that the Dryad came with me. I mean, I can tab these guys really easily. Let's put up a Lightning Spire. No, Lightning Spire. Right here. Yeah, like that was uninspiring, Vault Guards. Okay, that makes me feel pretty good. I can tank Vault Guards stupidly while tabbing, even if my positioning is terrible. And I can still win. Now, Vault Guards are nothing special. You know, if it were Vault Wardens or Ancient Liches, then we'd have a little bit more of a problem on our hands. Of course, Ancient Liches were particularly good at bashing because of our shiny bashy weapons. So let's just go down and keep doing this for a while. I think we're pretty good. Whoops. Alright, we're completely surrounded. But our defenses are just too hot. Too hot. Barely taking a scratch. You know, I mean, the only thing that would concern us is if they had a weapon of electrocution or something like that, you know, that could do a number on us. But, yeah. I mean, I would love to find a Staff of Air just so I can cast Airstrike at awesome power levels and also, yeah, be able to have that electricity resistance if we wanted. That might even be an incentive to get something like Conjure Ball Lightning or something like that. Would be an interesting spell to learn. But maybe not. I think we might be going a conjurations-less game this game, just because. I don't know. Here we go, Iron Troll. All right, this is a little tricky, but let's just keep going. Yeah, this one I'm gonna actually back away with because, well, Iron Trolls are no joke. So let's just back off to here. Throw up a Lightning Spire here, and then just tab. Okay, well, I guess I might as well Airstrike from the back. Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatevs. Dodging skill up to 19. Haven't been touched. Okay. Let's see how we do tabbing against an Iron Troll. He should miss me a lot. I mean, yeah, that was no trouble. No. Good. Cool. Alright. Let me just send one text message real quick. Sorry, this is completely unprofessional. Sending a text, you know, just send a text in the middle of my recording, that's totally fine. But again, I can't find the pause button, so whatever, you can deal with that. I think I did it in my Dominion videos too. This is just the way I roll, okay? You get a little personal window into my life here, alright? This is not just Dungeon Crawl, this is a view of how Wallace McFish Sr. plays Dungeon Crawl. Breaking the fourth wall a little bit. Alright, perfect. So anyway, after that brief little interlude, you know, it's nice to have a little, break between the action. You know, you have action scene and then you have a comedy scene and so on, you know. Everybody understands that's the way to make a successful, entertaining medium of entertainment. Shakespeare knew it, you know. You have, a death, you have a tragic death scene, and then you have a Mercurio scene, and then back and forth, you know. Keeps the audience interested. So now it's time for the action scene. Back into the fray. Alright, so most of the Vault Guards are dead. There's a bunch of other dudes coming around. Shock Serpent. Hopefully he'll change it to something else. A bunch of other dudes coming around, but I feel like we haven't made too much of a ruckus yet. We didn't go for the explosion route. We are completely surrounded here, so this is slightly annoying. Yeah, let's back off because those guys could be slightly nasty. Conjurers can cast conjurations. Air magic up to 20. Oh, we're so close to a new title. And you know we're all about the titles. You know, the skills are intrinsically good by themselves, but their most important use is the fact that it'll give us a better title than Aerator. And I'm particularly anxious to switch out of Aerator. Some of the titles are really cool, you know, and it's like you get a highest one and it's like, oh man, Like, notably, the thing for getting up to level 27 axes is Axe Maniac, which is cool, but it's like, it's not exactly thematic, and it's like, you get it once and you're happy about it, but in other times, you'd rather have other stuff. So, sure, we got Rotting Flesh. No, actually. Fine. Alright, so we took out those jokers. More jokers. Alright, here's some elves. Fine. Bunch of elves down in the vaults. I feel like there's more elves in the vaults in point 14 than there were in point 13. And I sort of don't like that. Oh dear, we were blown backwards by the Wind Drake. I bet the Wind Drake is immune to our our Wind Strike. Otherwise, I'd try to do that. Okay, I saw a couple fire crabs and stuff. That was just a shifter, though, probably, right? Oh, okay, so he deflected the vapor. That's fine. I really don't like those guys. Oh, and he's just a changer. Slime creature we could take. Alright, good. Good. A lot more elves in point 14, point 13. There's a lot of shapeshifters in the vaults too, which I don't know. I think it's always been that way, but sort of an unusual choice for the vaults. I mean, why are there so many shapeshifters in the vaults? I guess it's a security measure. I mean, it could be cool to have shapeshifters on your side. I mean, it would be pretty good security. Good as security breaches more than anything. That's what you usually think about. Mystique going into the vaults and stealing a bunch of stuff or whatever. That's usually the way things go down. But it could be good on the other end too. More stair dancing, but there's not even anything to stair dance. And here's a fire crab shaped shifter. It would be nice if that thing changed to something else, probably. But not critical. Yeah, Yak Tours or whatever, our deflect missiles is still up. Same with the stone giants. We can afford to cast it. Okay, a bunch more stuff. Let's get some stuff going on. Looks like this sort of lightning spire and summon forests. That was a lame forest, and you know it. Storm Dragon is a little bit dangerous. Yeah, oh, there's a tree up there. Great. Let's head back to the stairs. And yeah, we can take this upstairs. Definitely take this contingent upstairs. Whoops. Especially this Storm Dragon. There, that was pretty dangerous. He could double shot us or whatever. Drop, Rotting Flesh. Cool. Alright, and more Rotting Flesh. That was fine. There's a bunch more jokers on the way. Here would be a perfect time for a freezing cloud. Wonder if I could have learned that. But, whatever. You can just stair dance. Let's just stair dance. Yeah, this is a bad stair dancing area, sort of, because of that. But actually, it's not terrible, because we can only face them 3 at a time. So, assuming we don't need to run away, it's fine. And, in fact, this is probably pretty good. Now that I'm confident I don't need to run away, this is probably a pretty good place to stair dance. I'll just take these guys 3 at a time. Especially those damn deep elves. Yeah, deep elf death mage there. With the ability to summon other, to revive people. Those are definitely guys that you want to peel away from the pack. Uh-oh. So that's a Vault Warden. Let's definitely drag him upstairs before he has the chance to lock us down here with all those jokers. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, these guys are pretty tough. Could be worth learning Dispersion. That could be an interesting spell to learn. Like, that would be a perfect spell to cast right now. Vault Warden. Kill the Vault Warden. We can just tab these, right? Whatever. Yes, all. Good. Nice drink of water here. Refreshing drink of water. More elves. Which are super squishy. It's not even worth casting spells. I could cast spells, but it's like makes you feel it's not even necessary. I mean, it's not satisfying. I mean, you don't. Spells make you feel very clever. It's like it's very fun to play an early game wizard where you can cast Conjure Flame and then try to lure people into Conjure Flame or Cauldron people off and then blast them from a distance. Make up for your squishiness, and you feel genuinely satisfied by that when you use spells in order to outwit people. But when you're just using them for no reason, you know. I mean, if you got other options at your disposal, if I could be bashing them just as effectively, you don't feel half as satisfied. So, if we're a warrior mage, we can afford to bash, you know. Of course, there's also the pure mages who would prefer to just use a, cast fireballs to everything. Sort of like our other fire elemental game, which was pretty fun too. But not us. We're bashers. We love to bash. It's in our DNA, you know. Tengu are born bashers. I've got so much meat right now. Okay. Whatevs. Just kill these guys. Yep. Good. So much meat. Starting to think about meat. Kill all these jokers. I could consider going upstairs, but why even? You know? Can I just bash? Bash them up. That was cool. Anybody else on the way? Tengu Reaver. Let's hit him with a couple airstrikes. Like, Tengu Reavers I don't like. Let's get him from a distance here with a couple airstrikes, because he can fly. Yeah. Alright, good. Let's drop all of this lots of rotting meat. Get a little bit more fresh meat. And, see what's going on here. Hi, guys. Less protection from missiles. That's a no good. Oh, no, we're being flayed. Vault Warden on our tail. Alright, so let's head back towards the stairs. Yeah, he locked us in. But do I care? Not that much. No. Let's get this guy. Hey. Flayed. I'm being flayed, yeah. That's no fun. But we can handle it. And the nice part about flaying is once you take care of the flayer, then the problem resolves itself. Unlike Torment, where if you get tormented, well then that's that. Another Wand of Hasting. Gotta be better than this one, whatever. Scroll of Brand Weapon. I'm not really interested. Random uselessness. Eat some meat. We can auto-explore a little bit more. A Titan. Alright, so definitely the first thing to do is stop flying. Second thing to do is wish I had electrical resistance. Throw up a couple of air elementals because they can't be harmed by his air-styled attacks. Bolt of lightning hits me. Yeah, I mean, that's to be expected. Let's just bash him a little bit more. You guys finish him off. Good, alright. So as predicted, that's a tough fight. Alright. That's fine. Throw up that. Throw up some shadow creatures, I guess. Yeah, here we go. And then we can hit him with a couple of airstrikes, right? Bash him a little. Bash him up. And the ogres, crocodiles, whatever. Yeah, any meat? No, not really. Well, okay. Well, we gotta go find some more meat then. Stone Giant deflecting rocks. Can deflect rocks all day. Brilliant. And a little bit of meat there. What's that other thing that's usually supposed to beat up? Oh yeah, fly. Alright, let's not forget to do that some more. Scroll of Bland Weapon. I don't even want it. What am I going to brand? It would be an insult to the Shining One. We already rebranded over Distortion. And it's like, we can't use Pain and Draining. Whoa, tons of money! Tons of cash. Did you see that? That was awesome. Alright, here we go. This is an encounter. A Titan and an Ancient Lich. Alright, plus who knows whatever else over there. Definitely means... let's back into that money vault. Close the door. And wait for a second. Come on in. The weather's fine. Throws a lot. Okay, here we go. Bash, 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 bash. Don't torment me. Ugh. Alright, well, at least you tormented the Stone Giant too. Totally fine. And we can close the door if there weren't a stupid skeleton in the way. Oh well. There's an elf shooting hellfire at us. That's not exactly fun. Let's back off then and take care of these jokers. I think we should be fine. Summoning demons and stuff, but oh well. Phantasmal Warrior, okay. Spike Missile is back online, and we're good. Oh, it's the room. That's fun. It could be a mimic, though. Oh, oh, ho, ho, ho. You know, the Silver Rune is notorious for that. So let's tread slightly cautiously. I mean, we are at full health. No. Wait, maybe. Yes, it's the Silver Rune. We got the real Silver Rune. Great. That's incredible. Alright. That was like the easiest Silver Rune I've ever seen. Seriously. I mean, that was no problem. We guessed right in the first quadrant. But anyway, we should explore the rest of the vaults, especially because the hard part is over with. Let's go and see if we can get some more fat loot. More money. I kind of like this money quadrant. Money, money, money. Money! Oh no, I'm hungry while getting all this money though. How ironic. All the money in the world can't feed me. And I could starve to death. Like Midas's curse. Hey, but probably not though. We don't even need this money. I mean, the best use for this money I can think of right now is converting to Zin. And then doing that. Spending the money to appease him. What's over here? Money and more money? 2 money piles stacked on top of each other? Did I see that correctly? Awesome. Storm Dragon coming my way. We can bash him up. Absolutely deflect missiles some more. Absolutely find some meat. Huh? Alright, hallway cleared out. That's nice. So this sort of quadrant is pretty done. And plus, we cleared out a fair amount of that quadrant, too. Let's go down this hallway. Hi, Mr. Vault Warden. Hopefully you'll provide a nutritious snack. Aw, seriously? Nutritious snacks. Oh, there's one. Okay, here's a lot of people, actually. Which is more, it's more people than I wanted to see right now. No. No. Get him. No. Summon that. Good, alright, cool. Stone Giant Corpse. Yeah, let's eat this up. Yeah, there we go, alright. Delicious meal, a pack of ogres is nothing. Literally nothing. Helpless ogre? No, we'll hit that one instead. There's plenty of choices, dude. Just bash ogres that are not distracted. Alright. This is fine. A pack of these dudes. Yeah, I think they should change that so tab is more likely to focus. You know, it won't break your conduct. You know, I mean, it should just be able to ask. You know, pick another target, another valid target that won't upset your god. I think that would probably be an improvement, or it should be an option. Maybe it is an option, to be honest. I don't really change the init settings very much. But I do change them a bit. I have easy eat and easy chunks on so that I can eat that more effectively while exploring around. And Etten is slightly dangerous, but not that dangerous. Oh, a shop, that's cool. And what's the other thing I've got on? I don't even remember, I've got one more thing. So what do we have here? A Ring of Divine Convulsion, which is a nice regeneration ring. But not the best regeneration ring I ever saw. Ring of Cold Resistance is fine. That was cool. I would have said yes to that a minute ago, but now we've got this Ice Dragon armor, which is doing pretty well for us. Yeah, I mean, regeneration, we've already got that Ring of Vitality, and RC++, we don't really need it right now. So, I'm unconvinced by anything here, Mr. Minifruk. I'm sorry. But I won't be needing your services today. Makes you feel bad, like, you know, a lot of these creatures are pretty intelligent. Like, it seems like this is a whole society down here, basically. Like a whole booming economy. With its shops and vaults. Tons of money. Do you see all that gold stored there? I mean, what is the story behind that exactly? Shadow Dragon O is literally nothing because we have the Shining One who protects us from draining. Always sort of wondered what was the story of the vaults. I like it though. Literally nothing. Didn't you hear me? You're less than nothing. Get out of my sight. Oh dear. What's going on here? Battlesphere of some kind. Interesting. Well, okay. What was that? Yeah, I thought it might have been that. Let's just airstrike him. Step out of the freezing vapors. Not like it matters too much because of our Ice Dragon armor. Would have cared about that. Again, you know, this elemental resistances are awesome. Our defenses are pretty good. Book of the Earth. Not what I wanted to see. Pass. What's that, though? That's just a regular ring. A ring of flight, if I had that. It looked cool for a second. Maybe it was just the fact that it was next to this thing. I thought it might have been a Ring of the Mage or something like that. Deep Elf Annihilator, Bolt of Lightning coming at us. All bunch of business. Let's just back around this corner here. We're fast enough here. Throw up a couple of these guys. No, attack him instead. Attack him, attack him, attack him, attack him. Orc Warlord, wow. Sphinx is kind of nasty. They can smite you and stuff. But at the same time, we have the ability to, resist their paralysis. And our magic resistance is not that bad. So we're gonna like back out of here. This is kind of intense. We're being smitten. Being smitten a lot. Stop smiting me. I'm gonna try to back out of this if we can. Smite. Stop smiting me. We just have to outrun the damn Sphinx. And we have plenty of healing if we actually wanted to use it. Alright, dog, come on up. Good. Perfect. Heal up. Now we can stare dance these jokers. Drop all this rotting meat. Throw up a little bit of this. Kill these guys. Tab my way through. Yeah, kill that. Come on. Kill it. Good, I destroyed that. Now let's go upstairs with these guys. So we don't get smitten anymore. We can bash our way pretty effectively through those guys because we have an Evening Star, which is pretty good at bashing through armor. Yep. Fine, fine, fine. Zombies, another derived undead. Unfortunately, are going to be a little bit trickier. All these smiters, dude. But we're okay. It's an inconvenience. I mean, really. I mean, we're in no real danger here. Yes, bash, 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 bash. Yeah, see, that's different. You know, it's like some parts of Kraaaaaw, I've said this before, but some parts of Kraaaaaw are legitimately dangerous, where you're actually in real danger. And part of that is what you're, you know, some parts, I'm sure some people are better at than others, or more used to than others. Like, for me, hell is it right now. Vault 5 used to be it for me. I used to die in Vault 5 all the time. My high score list used to be, like, a couple of wins, and then a bunch of people who died in Vault 5. But, seem to have figured that out by now. The thing that I'm more concerned with at this point is hell. Especially the Icy Rune, going down into Coccytus, or whatever you call it. Oh, more stores. Interesting, with an Ancient Lich. Yeah, okay, I also thought we were exploring up to the upper right there, so let's leave for a minute. Ancient Lich went invisible. You think that's going to protect you? You're sorely mistaken. Alright, he summoned a bunch more dudes. Alright, this is not the end of the world. I'm kind of happy about that, actually. He can summon all those guys, we can just stare dance all day. And, I mean, it clears out the rest of the level. So, I almost kind of like if the Vault Wardens have manageable convocations. Plus, it's a free meal. They're just summoning dinner. Might as well be ringing a dinner bell. Iron Troll is nothing. Alright, so which way do we want to go? I guess these guys are more recently aggroed. I did want to take care of him before he gets any nasty ideas. Like Crystal Spear or Summoning Fiends. Summoning Fiends is what I would be most concerned with, realistically. Dragon goes down. This guy is a little shift tappy over there. Let's get up our stuff. He can't double bounce me, which is good. Bunch of stores. I'm kind of digging that. Drop rotting meat. Alright, +6 ring of protection would be okay, except for my awesome other ring of protection, which also gives me double fire resistance. Anything else? Not really. Encrusted ring mail. Probably not even worth looking at. I'm not going to wear that. Those are... oh, these are just empty? Dude, that's not cool. Back off. Close the doors. Close the gates. We'll garrison ourselves in. Nice. Alright, well that worked for 2 seconds. Bought us some time. And again, we might like to find a better amulet soon. I mean, See Invisible is slightly redundant with the Shining One's abilities. The poison resistance is nice. The stasis is kind of nice. Oh, I airstrike this guy. There we go. You know, everything about the amulet is nice. It's just... well, the stasis is slightly annoying. And, I don't know what else I was going to say. There was something else that I was going to say, I thought. But I could be totally wrong. Drop all this rotting meat. That's something. Ring of Intelligence, we don't need that at all. Stop picking up Rings of Intelligence. Nope. Good. Alright. Tab, tab, tab. You know, open. If there were more people, it would have been a good spot. Yeah, let's go up the forest right now. This'll work. Nice. Really attack my Snap Lasher Vine? No. Don't. Just get in there and help my Snap Lasher Vine. That's good, right? We help each other here. Excellent. Titan, let's land. Float gracefully. Air Elemental, Air Elemental. Whoops. Air Elemental, Air Elemental. Tab, 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 tab. Dead. And fly. Great. Great. Very good, very good. Shadow Wraith should be nothing. Very good. Scrolls of Identify. Alright. Dazzling Falchion. Another store. Oh, he's rolling. Let's kill him. Oh, what? He was a shifter? That's hilarious. He's just rolling and then he suddenly transforms into a merfolk and starts somersaulting and then comes out of the somersault. That'd be an awesome scene in Dungeon Crawl, the movie. Coming to theaters 2015. Alright, hi guys. Oh yeah, you're gonna do that. That's totally fine. Just throw up a lightning spire, and then it's like, what are you gonna do about that? If he marked me, that would be slightly annoying. I don't know if he can mark me from behind that guy. Let's try to avoid getting marked. Getting marked on Vault 5 is really dangerous sometimes, especially, I mean, by now we've cleared most of it out, so it's not as dangerous. We got a lot of places to run. But, on the other hand, there's still more. And, you know, I mean, especially if you get marked right at the beginning and then you have to teleport away, it's like the worst combination is you get marked and then a Vault Warden seals you down here. So you have to teleport away sometimes, but then you don't even get a chance to rest, even if you get a lucky teleport out into the wings. Food shop. That's nice. I like that there's a food shop there. Enchant stuff. Alright, scroll shop here is not bad. I'll pick up that enchant weapon 1 right now. Well, will I? Sure, why not? Pick up enchant weapon 1. Read it on that. Nah. Unfortunate. Food shop. More food. Alright, tons of food down here in the vaults, which just makes it feel even more like a well-developed economy in the agricultural sector. Hello, Mr. Orcs. You haven't been in trouble for me for some time, so why don't you all just die gracefully? Yep, Etten, no problem. Good, alright, just auto-exploring all around. Some yak tours and such, you know, it's nothing Nothing serious. Yep. Just take care of those jokers. They all die. Good. Okay. Dead, 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 dead. Really disgusting. All this rotting meat. And we're done exploring. Wow. Done exploring already. That was a pretty simple Vault 5, if I had to say. Maybe Vault 5 just stands out in my imagination as being more terrifying than it is because of my early experiences of dying there. But I mean, you have to treat it with respect. You know, we treated it with respect, and so we didn't have a problem with it. So, the problem with hell for me is you can't treat it with respect. You just sort of have to make a mad dash for the finish, or the hell effects will gang up on you. So you can't rest. It's like a weird situation where you never know how much to rest and how much to. You can't really stare dance. So hell just is a problem for me, unless we go with Zin. But I think we might try the Shining One, because the Shining One is another excellent god for extended, of course. You know, what with his liking of us smashing unholy creatures. So we'll stick with him. I think we're going to stick with him. He's done okay by us so far. Sort of betrayed us a little bit in the Abyss, but you can't blame him. You know, it's not like I don't think he can really control the Halo. You know, I mean, the Halo is just sort of on if he likes us. You know, it's just sort of assumes it's a blessing. And also, you know, I mean, it's a beacon. It was attracting all of those evil, weird creatures of the Abyss towards us so we could bash them systematically. So maybe that was the Shining One's plan. You know, I mean, he was putting us through tribulations by having us swarmed by demons, but also, you know, he knew we could handle those tribulations, and he was just trying to do his part to purify the world and, you know, act through us. You know, we as the agents of the Shining One, you know, we act out his will. So, you know, through him, we are doing our best to purify the world of demons and zombies and mummies and everything else. Yeah, probably next time we'll go check out the tomb and rid the world of the mummy habitat. So I'm sure the Shining One will appreciate that. Anyway, that was a relatively simple Vault 5 was my point, I guess. Yeah, no problems, alright, compared to the Abyss. So, yeah, there you go. Got another rune. Feeling good about it. 5 runes in. A third of the way done. So I guess let's just go back to our little stash here. The vault loot was not too impressive. I didn't find any more magical staffs, did I? Nope. So we'll just have to deal. Maybe there's one in Tomb. Eat a pear? Sure. Wasn't planning on it, but it sounds like a good idea now that you mention it. I might go eat a pear in real life. In fact, I was just about to run to the grocery store. Maybe I'll pick up some pears.